Welcome back, guys. It's your girl, Kat. This is Pure Premonitions. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't been, welcome in. I typically do a tea reading accompanied by tarot and oracle cards, but I am catching up on my last couple of missed videos due to a little vacation or like work vacation in the woods where I had no service. So I'm catching up. This was meant for Monday. It's my Money Mondays or my Manifestation Monday reading. So whatever you're trying to focus on manifesting into your life, it's usually surrounded by finances and abundance correlated to your career, but that could be anything. Love does come up sometimes, so it's whatever the universe has to tell you, right? So ask your questions. We are going to get started. I'll do one more shuffle. I start with tarot, and we'll see what your guides have to tell you. Okay, so recent past. Wow, this has been coming up for a few weeks in a row now. We have the Three of Wands. It's fire sign ruled by Aries. It could be what's going on for you mentally or in your recent past. Yes, some pentacles. Okay, we've got the Six of Pentacles in the upright position. That's good. We're feeling like we're in a place of sharing wealth. That means you have it, so I'm not complaining there. Ooh, and we've got the Judgment card in the upright position, represented by the number 20, also a fire sign. So earth and fire signs are relevant here. And then we'll do one more clarifier for the entire reading. What's at hand? Got it. The Two of Wands. So we're really stepping into our power here, planning and progressing forward, making some money moves. Okay. So I might pull some more clarifiers. Let's see what we've got going on here. Another fire sign, Aries. Yeah, this is coming up for us, fire signs. Number 2, duality, right? We've always got choices. You're faced in life with this or that. Not necessarily a bad thing. I think choices are always great. So I think you're in this planning stage. You're in this like place of your life where you're discovering a lot. This man, he's holding on to one of his staffs. It's his wand. There's always growth from the wands, like it's your power source. You are looking out into the future because you're looking forward out into vast land. There's mountainscapes in the back, so it's telling me you're progressing, you're striving towards reaching that success in your career. There's also a source of water in front of you, so maybe that does bring up some emotional stuff for you within making these decisions, but the waters are calm, so I feel like you're pretty steady and moving forward in these plans. He's holding a globe, so maybe some possible travel plans. Yeah, he's like looking outward, away from his castle, away from his house. So I feel like somebody's leaving home. You've got some big decisions ahead of you. You're progressing. Anytime we see 2, it's a card of union. So, you know, there could be a coming together of something. Sometimes it's correlated to love, but this is a money or manifestation reading. So I just feel like everything is coming into balance for you. You're finally starting to see this success, or at least recognizing that putting these plans in place will lead you towards amazing things that the world has to offer, whether that be success in finances and a love life, or just getting to travel the world and do what you love. But we've got some really good stuff here. Okay. Okay, so that's what's at hand. So, you know, the duality of that all, you're experiencing that presently. But in the recent past, you're experiencing the Three of Wands in the upright. So you were preparing, you're progressing towards that venture. Maybe you knew that you wanted to go for some travel plans, because the Three of Wands represents some opportunities, maybe some overseas opportunities. He's still looking in that same placement out towards this vast open waters. There's a mountain range in the back. We've got 3 boats. 3 might represent something on the water. These waters are not as calm as the 2, because 2 comes into balance. The harmony is there. 3 is a little bit rocky, but it's like the foresight. Like, you know what you want to head towards. You want growth, you want expansion, you're working towards some kind of enterprise, and you're just really like putting in the prep work to reach that harmonious union with whatever it is you're doing. Obviously, these passion projects are leading towards some kind of expansion. But this is the first stage of completion. 3s are like creative energy, a lot of ideas and growth. So this has obviously been in the works for you for quite some time, and you're going to start to see the rewards of that soon, and it's all coming together. And I love that in our present position, we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about giving. So you're feeling very generous. Maybe you're working with a charity, or you finally have the means to help others, whether that be your family, friends, or some charity source. But you're grounding into this energy of recognizing, like, you create your reality. This abundance is ever flowing, and as long as you make these plans and keep progressing into this harmonious direction, there's nothing but balance and solutions that'll come out of this, and you're able to continue doing your work, which is obviously helping the people. So I love that for you, and you've got forward movement towards this. Yeah, you've got the money to give, which is a beautiful thing. And if you're asking any questions directly to the universe, the answer is yes. This is a yes card. Hello, Bogart. He clarifies that. Confirmation. Oh, crap. Let's see if that was working. Okay, I just had to make sure the mic was working because I totally covered it, but it's a good mic because it wasn't muffled at all. So we are in business. Bogart, yes, double confirmation on you have the funds, you are able to provide. His name is Bogart, like he bogarted my heart, and I just fell in love. But I feel like you are not bogarting your money because you are able to give it. All right, Bogey, we need you to move out the way for a second, please, and thank you. Judgment in our future position or what your soul's going through. 20, again, it boils down to a 2. So 2s represent a lot for you. We've got, yeah, oh my God, 222 here, literally. We've got 3 2s and 1 3, because 6 boils down to 6 boils down to 6 on its own. But if you were to break that down, it's a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cray. Yeah, 222 represents something. I don't know. It came to me. Anywho, another fire sign. Okay, Judgment, ruled by Pluto. You're having a rebirth. This is awesome. You're finding your inner calling. So whatever you're doing, this passion project is like your purpose. And the angels are here for you. They are literally guiding you, and you're being rejoiced. Like, the people are like, give me more. I really love this. I want more of this. Whatever kind of work you're doing, you're obviously helping the people. And this new phase is going to bring abundance. Yeah, there's some kind of awakening happening here. Like, it's a redemption, maybe forgiveness, maybe within your workspace, like you had messed up previously, but now everything's coming back into this balancing of polarities. And I don't know, there's absolution here. Anytime you've got the Judgment card in the upright position, it's really good energy. Like you've been cleared of any judgment, and you know, maybe you've released some karmic debts, and now you are coming into this abundance stage. But this is really beautiful. Okay, so let's add some cards. Excuse you, Bogart, can you please? I love you. He's a hugger. He wants to hug me. So I got to be careful. He reaches and then he'll knock all the cards down. I know, Bogey. Okay, let's get some clarifiers on this through the oracles. Cosmic Insight, can you please give us a few clarifiers on the tarot cards? Universe, spirit guides, angels, fairies, whoever we reach out to, goddesses, gods. I need a clarifier on this Two of Wands correlated to my collective's finances or whatever they're trying to manifest in their careers and life. All right, clarifier. Intuition. Yeah, remember, it's all about progress and planning. So intuitively, you know what you have to do. And I'm seeing that leaving home and traveling is definitely going to bring you more abundance. But it does give you a little warning. It just says the red flags that you ignore now will come back to bite you later. So maybe this has something correlated to the Judgment card. Oh, put that in the wrong placement. So yeah, just be mindful that if there's anything in the progress stage where you have to use your intuition and watch out for these red flags, don't overlook that, because then later on in the future placement, that judgment does come about, and we want to be on the right side of things. But it's in an upright position, so I definitely feel like you're using your internal compass, and you know your inner calling, because there is redemption here, or absolution, and some kind of forgiveness. So I feel like you're taking the right steps. You're doing the right things, making the right choices. Yes, for intuition, always. If your intuition is in the what's at hand placement, like you're on it. Again, I said spiritual awakening earlier. These signs and synchronicities are coming to you, and they're becoming much more clear than they ever have been before. So keep following that path. We need a clarifier for the Three of Wands, please, in the past placement. Okay, so it says pregnancy, someone's expecting. Don't get your panties in a bunch. It doesn't, remember, this is recent past, so it would have been last few weeks, last couple of days. Maybe some of you got some news, somebody's expecting, but it could also just represent the heart space in the solar plexus area is where all of the creativity arises. So in your stomach, it's this cultivation of energy to where you plant the seeds through these creative feelings that come up and are stirred within us. And because you've planted the seeds in the recent past, right? It says preparation and progress. You had this foresight, like you knew what you wanted to do, and you had to make the plans in order to get to the Two of Wands for that balance and union of it. For whatever these opportunities are, traveling, there's some kind of overseas opportunities. You've in the past already planted the seeds. Like you knew what you had to do to make those plans, and it's a really good thing because they stuck, right? You're starting to see that fertility come about. And again, for some of you, it might be literal and physical, but it's not in the physical placement. If that were in the second position, I would say potentially, for sure, it could be a real physical pregnancy. But right now, I'm thinking that it's more energetic in the solar plexus, mentally and creatively. You've planted the seeds there. You had these ideas and you followed through with them. And now we're going to start to see you reap the rewards. So I love that. Okay. Clarifiers for the Six of Pentacles in the physical present moment. Ooh, intimacy. It says sexual chemistry reminiscing. Okay, so I can't deny that this is not financially related, but I do love that this card is all about giving and receiving. And 6 is about harmony and healing, balance. There's like empathy here. So potentially, because you're in this position of being so generous with your wealth or charity of any kind, again, you're giving, you're able to also receive. You're in this energy because finances, currency, right, is just a frequency. It's an energy exchange. So when you're abundant financially, you're also abundant in love. Like this is just a give and exchange energy. So obviously you're also in abundance of intimacy, and there's some kind of sexual chemistry here in the physical, or somebody's reminiscing about that. But somebody's wanting to give, because again, generosity. Somebody's wanting to give intimacy in this circumstance. I'll pull another clarifier. Can I have one more clarifier on that? Excuse me. Distance. Yes. Okay. This makes sense for these travel plans. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. Okay. Okay. So this is letting me know that in the present moment, when somebody finally steps into a financial position of wealth, and that doesn't mean that they become millionaires, right? It just means that they've earned a little bit extra money recently, and they're balancing out their finances, and they're feeling generous. They're feeling open. Remember, if you're abundant in one area of your life, you can be abundant in all areas of your life. And they're reminiscing about whatever intimacy that they had previously. And they're recognizing that it doesn't matter if there's a distance here. Now they have the means to go travel to you. Remember, 2 of our cards were about travel plans and overseas opportunities. So somebody's definitely going to be traveling to you because they have the financial means to go see you, to be intimate again. I can show that card because it's cute. They're not niggy or anything. Yeah. Okay. We like that. Cool. And then clarifier on the Judgment, please. Spy. I like that. Okay, this kind of, I'm going to ask for another clarifier. It says someone's got their eye on you and they're doing their research. You're also doing your research. This goes hand in hand with the Judgment, right? It's like somebody needed to be forgiven or forgive. Someone was looking for absolution or redemption. And that makes sense if somebody has to look a little deeper into you and your character. And, you know, if they've got their eye on you, they really want to make sure and put you to the judge that, okay, is this something that I really want to go after? And this does make sense with the distance and the intimacy. So it, you know, the Judgment is in the upright position. So I feel like whether it's my viewer or a cross watcher or whoever it is, it's a yes from the universe. So like, I know that you're doing your research and you're making sure that this person's probably worthy of either traveling to them for intimacy or to be, you know, accepting of this intimacy if they do decide to come back and see you. But okay, now this pregnancy in the past may have been physical, but I feel like that's for a smaller part of the collective. But yeah, you're soul searching somebody, because this is in the soul position. So somebody's really like doing some deep diving on you and making sure they're really like on a spiritual level judging you. But it's good. Everything that they're discovering is good. So we like that. Can I have one more clarifier on this, please? Gold digger. Okay, it brings it back to the money. Someone had only wanted you for your money or to be used, and I feel like that person's really doing their research to ensure that you're not the gold digger that they may have assumed that you are. For a portion of you guys, there was a gold digger maybe in the past, because this is in the upright position, even though this is future position placement. Since the judgment turned out good, maybe somebody was a gold digger in the past, or, you know, I've worked the club life, so you could have met somebody who's worked in an industry that's, you know, not the most trustworthy industry, and you don't know if you could really trust these kind of people. But just because they have previously had tendencies of this kind of mindset doesn't mean that they're just out for your money. It could be vice versa too. You know, somebody, but again, it's such a positive light. The judgment is such a positive card. So I'm feeling like whoever was doing the judging and making sure that this person was or was not a gold digger comes to the conclusion that more than likely they're not just out for your money, because there was intimacy in the present position, and your intuition. Remember, you're using your intuition. And it's just warning you of any red flags for that future. So just be mindful. But yeah, I'm just not reading like a negative vibe on the gold digger energy. You know, whatever. That's just what the cards say. Okay, we'll get some more clarifiers on this. I want to do another deck. I've used it before, but in the past, it's called What's Gossip. It's more like New Age for my millennial viewers. Excuse me, not millennial viewers. Gen Z. I'm a millennial. 91, baby. But anywho, this is cute because it's more like techie related, and again, it's for my younger crowd, but it's for anybody. It just utilizes more of our new age things within the world. So I do like that because we're in this world right now, so you can't ignore it. There are computers and telephones. We're not in the Renaissance era anymore. Okay, Spirit Guides, can we have one more clarifying deck on these cards just to get a little bit of better read on this? Okay, so clarify our intuition and the Two of Wands. Oh my God. This is crazy. Okay, this is definitely like a love and money reading because it says red flags again. That's crazy because out of two decks, I like think that these are the only two cards that have the words red flags on there. But so it says red flags, warning signs, ignored intuition, potential trouble, and you knew better. What? Okay, maybe there is a gold digger. Like we never want that kind of energy, but you can't make this shit up. This is cray-cray. Okay. But here, so you always assume that the gold digger is feminine, right? But here it's the man, the masculine, that has the red flags behind his back, even though he's coming with the red roses, but they're, you know, it's a dual offer. Yeah, he seems like he's offering something nice, but maybe it's the man that's out to get the money. So women, be careful, or feminines, masculines, doesn't matter. Okay, crazy clarifier on that one. So yeah, definitely it's telling you wake up, stay in your intuitive power, because you can't ignore that. There is potential trouble. That's like major warning from the universe. If that's your what's at hand position. Yeah. Okay. Clarify this pregnancy card and the 3 of Wands, please. Gaslighting. Reality distortion, emotional manipulation, questioning your sanity, you're imagining things. So this is recent past and mentally, makes sense of mentally what was going on. So I feel like maybe we were a bit distracted. Like you were prepping and progressing towards your expansion, any overseas opportunities correlated to work. And it's typically a really positive card of growth and stages of completion. And then you're heading towards, you know, even better discovery and decision making. Like you're just solidifying everything. But behind the scenes, there was some kind of gaslighting. You're imagining things. And it was with the pregnancy card. So these seeds that you were planting, maybe somebody gaslit you. Maybe it's for some of you, maybe somebody gaslit you and lied about a pregnancy, is what I'm getting. Or maybe, yeah, they used it as like emotional manipulation. Or the masculine like wanted the feminine to be pregnant and was somehow, I don't know, this is interesting. Can I have one more? Oh, I asked for one more clarifier and it fell. Okay. Okay, we got two, guys. This is cray cray. Okay, hold on. This makes sense. Okay. Remember, it's all about placement. So, in our recent past, you were prepping and progressing forward. You're looking out to all these opportunities. You're seeing some overseas opportunities potentially, and you're just heading towards expansion and growth. Something comes up with a pregnancy. In the beginning, I was thinking that you're planting these seeds towards these passion projects, and that's what you're seeing your progress in. And we know then in the present position and in the physical, you reach financial success because you're in a position of generosity and you have wealth to be able to give. But then love comes about and there's some kind of reminiscing on some intimacy and there's some distance between you and a partner, creating some emotional and physical, I don't want to say turmoil, but you know that there was chemistry there and those thoughts get brought back up. So this makes sense because to clarify the 3 of Wands in our past position, you have the payday card. So somebody, you or this person, came into a payday. Maybe somebody got a raise or got an extra check for $1,400. Interesting. It says financial rewards, money rolling in. Makes total sense. Lines up with our timeline. Celebration of success. And your check is cashed. Okay. So yeah, you are seeing these rewards. All right, and then we had a second one fall out, so we had another clarifier on that. I wanted the clarifier on the gaslighting and the pregnancy. So now we understand what was happening financially and what was happening with the gaslighting and potential physical pregnancy, but I still think that the pregnancy is correlated to the finances more so. It says divine intervention. Unexpected guidance. The universe is stepping in, redirecting paths, and saved just in time. So again, you're utilizing your intuition because we see these signs and synchronicities from the universe, which is divinely guiding you. It's warning you of these red flags. So we don't have to fall into that gaslighting pattern or being with toxic people. And you're redirected onto your proper path, which is one of wealth, because we definitely are seeing that Five of Pentacles. Can I have another clarifier on the Five of Pentacles, this distance and intimacy, please? We have the Clout Chaser. Okay. So doing anything for attention, fame, hungry, desperate for followers, anything for like, that's giving that future gold digger energy. Okay, let's see. There is some sexual chemistry coming up and reminiscing. Hold on. I did ask first for the clarifier of the Six of Pentacles. So I'm getting here that maybe someone is acting super charitable because they're actually clout chasing. Like they like the attention that they're receiving from seeming to be so generous. And that's not to say that you're not generous. Like a person wouldn't give if they're not generous, but they could also be slightly in the ego and like the attention that they're receiving from that. And then on the far ego end, it could be that they're fame hungry or desperate for followers or anything for a like, it says. So let's clarify the distance and intimacy. Okay, this is interesting. So to clarify the intimacy and distance, we have deep fake. It says convincing lies, which does go hand in hand with these red flags that the universe is warning you about. Altered truths, virtual deception. Somebody's lying to you online about something. Seeing is no longer believing. Altered truths. Convincing lies. Yeah, that makes sense with this spy and gold digger energy. But I'm so confused. Okay, one more clarifier on intimacy and distance. Breadcrumbing. Giving minimal attention, keeping options open, and vague promises, never committing fully. So someone here, yes, there was sexual chemistry and reminiscing on somebody's part, and there's obviously distance between you guys physically and emotionally. But that's due to the fact that they're breadcrumbing you, giving you minimal attention. Somebody has convincing lies, and they're also just an attention seeker. So yeah, they're keeping their options open, and they probably just like to reach out every once in a while because that's giving them that little dopamine hit of attention, but they're never really ready to commit fully, or that's in the present position. So vague promises. Maybe vaguely promising you that they're gonna come see you, because remember, we did have travel plans in the future, or what's at hand. So like they're thinking about that. They want to travel, or somebody wants somebody to travel, but the other person is not really ready to commit. And there's some altered truths here. Seeing is no longer believing. Okay. Clarify. First, clarify this Judgment card, which wasn't a positive placement. Mirror, mirror. Facing yourself in others. reflective relationships, self-awareness, and what you see is you. That's always the case, right? We're learning these lessons through other people. So if somebody else is giving you this kind of energy, where have you given yourself that energy, or where have you given others that same energy? Because it's being reflected back to you. Maybe that's what you had to be forgiven for, or find some kind of redemption. But you are in a new phase. The judgment is here and there is a rebirth. So I feel like looking in the mirror is a really good thing. That self-reflection is happening. We had that lesson from the universe for a reason. And these relationships are reflective and bringing up this self-awareness. Okay. Clarify the gold digger, please. Payback. Damn. Consequences returning. Karma's cycle. What goes around comes around. Time to settle accounts. Wow. Okay. So whoever did use you and abuse you financially is getting their payback, whether it's you dishing it out to them or karma's doing it. It says karma's cycle. So, time to settle accounts. Wow, well, they got their payback. I guess I was reading gold digger energy. Although remember, this could be roles reversed too. It doesn't always have to be the feminine being the gold digger. It could have been the masculine, you know, utilizing the woman's finances and exploiting her. And can you please clarify this spy? Divine timing. It said somebody has got their eye on you and you're doing your research. There's divine timing. Patience is required for this. Trusting the process and perfect timing when it's meant to be. Okay. Remember, somebody was absolved. So what I'm thinking here, now that this is definitely like you're manifesting love and money. Ooh, or somebody with money that you fell in love with. You just got to trust. There's patience here. Patience is required. And there will be a perfect time for this, but when it's meant to be. So obviously, if that's what the future is telling us, it's not going to be in the near future. So I don't see this happening in the next few days, next few weeks, maybe not even the next few months, because somebody's got to learn these karmic lessons and they've got to be paid back for acting through the ego and giving this gold digger energy or breadcrumbing energy. And realizing that, yeah, like doing things for just attention and altered truths, lying, that's never the way to go. There's vague promises and a lack of committing fully here. So whoever you've been waiting on, it's going to take a little bit longer. So you got to wait on divine timing. But even though this doesn't seem like the best energy that I want to suggest you go forward with in the future, I can't tell you any different. The cards are saying that you will eventually come back to them, at least in an intimate level, and they will get their payback, but it's all in divine timing. Or, you know, I'm not even reading that you're coming back into their energy, unless for it's those small specific people in the collective that did get pregnant, and like or somebody got pregnant, that's their payback. I don't know. You guys know your life better. I'm just giving you the cards. But all in all, I'm feeling like we're making money. Somebody's got a payday. You are currently in this place of financial abundance. to where you're able to be generous with it. And whatever energy was here of somebody trying to use and abuse you financially, you use your intuition, you spied into the entire situation, you self-reflected and did some looking in the mirror. You saw through those convincing lies and altered truths. You saw past the breadcrumbing and realized your self-worth and that they're just doing some things for attention. And I believe that you've just got to wait on divine timing for that right person and right energy to come your way. I don't necessarily think that it's the person who did all of this negative stuff, but it could be, because if they were the person being judged, then they were absolved from it. But do your due diligence, because the universe did warn you multiple times, 2 times specifically, that there are red flags there. So listen to the universe. And I will pull one more card for timing, and just so you can get close. Oh, I just saw 333, 3333. Love that. Universe, can you please give us one more clarifier on timing for this? When is this divine timing? Maybe it's going to be when they get their payback, or when you move past that energy of breadcrumbing, or you find something new in the intimacy realm. But there is divine intervention here, and your intuition is at work. So Divine Oracle, please let us know a timing on this. It's time to let go. Okay, so yeah, that was not your person, people. That was not him. That was not her. That was not them. Period. 44, a master number. Yeah, 8. That was a cycle you had to go through. There's cactuses in the back. So yeah, they were a prick. No, they weren't it. They were sharp. You saw past their lies. Okay? It's time to let that person go and let karma give them their payback. And trust in divine timing. You don't have to be the person to give them their karma. You know, and if whoever was a gold digger, I didn't want to read a negative gold digger again, because this energy has been coming up. What the heck, people? Get your own finances. Jeez. But somebody was using you. Somebody. That is not cute, people. Okay. Well, that is it for our reading tonight, and I hope that resonated. So sorry about that shitty breadcrumbing gold digger, but you have your intuition on your side. So listen to your spirit guides. The synchronicities and signs are there for a reason, and I hope all of this resonated. Good night. I almost forgot our angel numbers. Okay, so don't worry, I'm not forgetting. See, I'm always reminded. I split the deck. 525, money, baby. I'll just read it. Wealth flows to those who already believe they have it. Financial abundance wants to flow to you, but you must prepare your mindset for it. The key is feeling grateful for what you want as if you already have it. Think of one thing you want right now. Sit for a few moments in quiet appreciation for its presence in your life as if you've already manifested it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. Oh, yeah. Yep. And we had the 3 of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely stepping into that power. Okay. Give us 3 clarifying angel numbers, universe, spirit guides, higher self. For my collective, they need to know some advice. I know we had a crazy spread with some gold digger energy. Get them out of their orbits. Thank you for their guidance and their warnings. Can you give us some insight on Three of Wands? Okay, 315, declutter life. So if we're in that prepping progress stage and we're leading towards expansion and opportunities, but you can't expand if you don't have space to expand, right? 9 is a completion. So one phase is ending in order for a new cycle to start, but you have to declutter your life. Create mental space, and I love that that falls in the mental position. Your state of mind is a direct reflection of your physical space. Your angels are signaling to you Your angels are signaling to you that work needs to be done here, and the time is right to declutter your space as a way to also declutter your mind. Take an inventory of the room that you are currently in. Is there one thing that you can clean, store, donate, recycle, or throw away? I probably have a few. So we've got to do this before you can move forward in that progress towards that financial abundance that we know we're aiming towards and receiving, because in your physical present position, we've got persistence, 7-11. For any of my Americans, 7-11. Okay. Reap the rewards of your efforts. It's so perfect and it's so on point with the placement. You've been working very hard towards your goals, but at some point you have to take all you've done and benefit from it. And that's probably where you're being generous with it. Your angels ask you to honor your growth. Reflect on something that you've been working on for a long time and think about how far you've come. Really, give yourself some credit for lessons learned, tasks accomplished, and fears faced. Give yourself a pat on the back. Another 9. That's huge, guys. A lot of completion here. Like, you're breaking these old cycles and you're moving forward towards this financial abundance and getting rid of old stagnant stale energy that was using and abusing us. Ew to those breadcrumbers and to those gold diggers. Yuck. All right, clarify this judgment for us. Any insights? We're safe. See, you listen to the universe, you listen to your intuition. You will not be burdened by those red flags. 844 is the number, and it's safe. Feel secure in the divine. Remember, the divine is always protecting you. It's never rejection, always protection. Your angels want you to feel secure and safe in their watchful presence. You've been given an abundance of blessings recently. See these blessings and count them. As you do, say a prayer to the angels for gifting them to you. No blessing is too small to count. That is so beautiful. And it's a 7. Yeah. 7 is a beautiful number too. It's all about, 4 is more of a foundation. 7, I feel, is more like divinely guided. But yeah, you're safe. This is a super safe reading, and you got the messages from the universe ahead of time. Maybe you needed them from this particular reading, but I feel like you already had the intuitive knowledge and it told you exactly what you needed to know. So again, I hope you have all of the tools in your pocket to handle anything that's coming your way. And remember, just declutter your life a bit, stay persistent towards your goals, and wealth is your birthright, and you're safe to continue on your venture. So enjoy.